Hey up, Rock God 2004 back with another video for you. This one's one just slight little bit different, and I've actually been requested to do this one. So this is my this is not the songs themselves. So this if this has got like sort of a high rating, it's actually not for the song. These are the actual content of the videos themselves for enjoyment, entertainment, and how much I like them. So this is my own personal top 10 favourite Iron Maiden music promo videos. Good idea, this one. I like this. So let's get started. So coming in at number 10 is from 1990, and it was the first single to feature Yannick Gers on guitar after he replaced Adrian Smith. And this one is Holy Smoke. The reason I like this, it's done so tongue-in-cheek. Don't get me wrong, it's not a great song, but the video is so enjoyable. It was filmed at Steve Harris's house in Essex. I don't know if he still owns it or not, but he had this massive house and fields and stuff around it. So you see Bruce Dickinson in a field of rapeseed. There's a bloke driving a tractor. You see Martin Birch, the producer, dressed in leather gear and all sorts of stuff. And it's basically just the band doing the video while they are recording the No Prayer for the Dying album at the what they call Barnyard Studios, which was Steve Harris's own recording studio in his house or in his garage, wherever he had it. So it shows you them in there recording, and it also shows you them just basically having a laugh, messing about and having fun and stuff. Because when Yannick Gers joined, there's a lot of people call him, but my God, when he joined, he didn't have to bring Dave Murray out of his shell. They used to mess about on the stage, and they used to have an absolute blast. And Yannick Gers is a great songwriter as well. He's not the greatest at doing solos, but he's a damn good player. I think he's really good anyway. Gets a lot of hate. But there's a clip in it as well. It shows you right towards the end, you'll see Steve Harris with his bass around one of his daughters, and he's like playing it, and she's got this big daft cheesy grin with a tooth missing. That is Lauren Harris as a kid, his daughter, who was a singer and is now an actress. But that's a little mini Lauren Harris that's on there with him. So yeah, just for the entertainment value alone, that's my number 10, Holy Smoke. Number 9, again, this is kind of similar reasons but different video. This one was like very entertaining and nostalgic because it goes back and shows you a lot of clips from earlier on and some really early Eddies and stuff like that, and personal photos of them with their family. And it's also what the song's about as well, like, you know, going on tour and missing out with your family growing up and stuff. So this one, my number 9 is Wasted Years. The first single off Somewhere in Time, Adrian Smith wrote it. I loved it when it came out, then I got sick of hearing it. Now I'm starting to really love it again. It is a really good song. But it's just like, it's so nostalgic, really, I suppose. It's just nice to see some of the old stuff, and you see, like, there's bits like backstage where they're at a venue and stuff, and you'll see them holding their kids when they were baby. I think Lauren Harris is on as a baby, and I think Nico's got one of his kids. It's just a strange thing, and these are the guys who got accused of being devil worshippers. Good Lord. And there's a bit where you see all the Eddies, loads of Eddies flashing, like changing really quick. It's just a really good video and a really good song. So that's my number 9 from 1986, Wasted Years. Number 8 is the second single off Somewhere in Time, which was also written by Adrian Smith. I think that's a first. The way that Maiden normally do it, you'll get a single, which is a taster for the new album, then you'll get the album, then you get another single. That's the way they usually used to do it. But I think this is the first time that both singles have been penned by just Adrian Smith on his own. This is an amazing song. This is Stranger in a Strange Land. The reason I love this video is because it shows you the big walk on Eddie, as well as the big inflatable Eddie below the drums when it rises up, on the Somewhere in Time tour, and that was the first tour I saw them on. So I've got like very fond memories of that, and it just takes me back every time I see it, as well as it being an amazing song as well. But just the stage set, the two Eddies that you see on the stage, and the clobber that they're wearing as well. And if you see at the end as well, when you see the big Eddie, there's two hands, one either side of the stage, like Eddie hands. I think Steve Harris is in one, Bruce is in the other, something like that anyway. So yeah, that's like more of a really good memory for me, that when I saw them back in 1986 on the Somewhere in Time tour. So my number 8, Stranger in a Strange Land. Number 7 is from 1983. And I had, which I've actually got it again now, but I don't have my original one. In 1983, they bought a video EP out on VHS called Video Pieces, and it was 4 promo clips. And this one was pretty much kind of state of the art for these, so I kind of have a soft spot for this. So this one is for Flight of Icarus. You see them recording in the studio, which I think is in America, if I remember rightly, where Peace of Mind was recorded. And you see Nico McBrain with a blue painted face as Death. He's got the black hood up and a blue painted face, but you can see a mile of it, so you can see that, you recognise that nose anywhere. And just some of the effects, I mean, it's cheesy as hell now, but at the time you were thinking, he done that look good. But I mean, again, it's not one of my favourite songs, but I do really, really love the song, actually. But it's not one of my favourite ones, but it's definitely up there with one of my favourite videos because of the kind of new things they were trying, and also it's on that EP that I absolutely loved, and still do. I just can't play it anymore. So that's number 7, Flight of Icarus. Number 6, this is definitely only because it's a great video. This has nothing to do with the song. This has got a CGI Eddie in it. You see the band playing cards with him. You see Eddie losing his temper because he loses. It's just a fantastic video. However, this video is for the worst Iron Maiden song ever, The Angel and the Gambler. No wonder that Virtual 11 didn't do very well, because this was the first single that they put out as the taster. Jesus. The single was edited on 7-inch, but if you've got the CD single and on the album, the full version goes on for 7 minutes odd. And it's just, it's bad. It's really bad. I hate it. The chorus, I've lost count. I've never even tried to count it. The lines of the chorus is, "Don't you think I'm a saviour? Don't you think I can save you? Don't you think I can save your life?" Repeated over and over and over again. You need to watch this to believe this. The video is the edited version. That's the good thing. But my God, the song's terrible. It's got nothing to do with Blaze. He didn't write it. Steve Harris wrote it. It's got nothing to do with Blaze's voice. It's just a shit song. Apparently when Steve Harris wrote it, he said he was trying to go for a Who sound. Sound like The Who. Yeah, well, you failed. For me, that song should never, ever have even been recorded, let alone shelved. Wow, it's bad. So that is my number 6. I would nearly said 7 again there. Number 6. For the video only, The Angel and the Gambler. Right, we're down to the top 5. So my number 5 is from 1980, and it's Maiden's first ever promo music clip, and it's for the single Women in Uniform. I hadn't seen this until it came out on one of the videos. It might have been 12 Wasted Years when I first seen it, one of their long form videos, and it's also on the DVD of the Best of the Beast. And when I first seen this, it just blew me away because I'd never seen it on Top of the Pops or anything. There's somebody with an Eddie mask on in it, so that's the Eddie you get. Dennis Stratton's in it because he was still in the band at the time. Clive Bear on drums, God rest his soul. Paul Di'Anno on lead vocals, long before Bruce, and Steve Harris and Dave Murray are there. There's two women in the video. I think they're dressed as nurses at one point, and they've got guns in one point. And I swear to God, I'm pretty sure whether I'm right and the rest of the world is wrong. The blonde one, I was always led to believe when I was younger, was Leslie Ash's sister. Now, I've Googled it today, and she does have a sister, and it looks more like her. But all I can find on the internet is that it's Leslie Ash in the video, and I swear to God, I don't think it is. It looks more like the sister. If you Google Leslie Ash or Leslie Ash and sister, you'll see that. I can't remember what they call her now. I can't remember her name. But it looks more like the lass in the video. I really don't think it's Leslie Ash. There's something to do with the shape of the face and the nose. You have a look. It's bugging me that much. I'm thinking of getting Laura to tweet somebody, either Leslie Ash or Iron Maiden, and ask them, is it you in the video or is it your sister? It's pissing me off that much because I need to know. Because in my mind, I know I'm right. And Wikipedia and every other website is effing wrong. But the video itself is just them on stage, interacted with Eddie on a hospital trolley and these two lasses as nurses and walking along with guns and stuff. It's just pure 80s cheese, and it's just so nostalgic, and it takes me right back to when I first got into them. So yeah, that's why it's got to be in there. That's my number 5, Women in Uniform. Number 4. This is an absolutely, for me, amazing song. It's got a beautiful acoustic intro by Adrian Smith. It's an animated video. Bruce Dickinson had a lot to do with the making of this. This is their most recent one that they released. Their most recent promo video. And this is for the Writing on the Wall. Wow. When I first seen this, it blew me away. The animation's gorgeous in it. When it first opened, you see that, that greeny, circly thing? Looks like the sky with some sort of a void or whatever it is. On the back of the Number of the Beast, that's in it. There's various Eddies in it. There's loads of Easter eggs, like to find things in the sand, things around and stuff. After song titles, tours, albums, whatever. And also, towards the end, wow, we've got the first view of this animated, massive, with these fangs, Senjutsu Eddie. The one off this Senjutsu album. Wow, it looked amazing. Blew us away. Such a great song. And they did it live when we saw them last. I'm glad they did. It was on the Future Past tour because they did it on the Legacy of the Beast tour when they started to incorporate the Senjutsu stuff in. And they did say that when they'd done that, they were going to do songs they'd not done. So there was rumours going around like they're not going to do the Writing on the Wall. And I was pretty gutted because I love that song. Anyway, they did it. Oh man, what a song. So yeah, my number 4. Oh god. So my number 4 for the song and the video, really, it's just a brilliant song. What an amazing video. It's about sort of like the battle of good and evil and stuff like that. The Writing on the Wall. Number 3. When this came out, I just walked into HMV and bang, there it was. Brand new Iron Maiden single, brand new artwork, totally different to anything I'd seen before. And I was like, what the hell is that? I had no idea. This is Can I Play With Madness? One of the most well-known songs, but a lot of people think it's one of the best, but it's not. A lot of Maiden fans don't like it because they think it's too commercial, but I remember when it come out. The reason I love the video as well is because it's got that much in it. It's got the very last ever performance of Graham Chapman from Monty Python. He plays the school teacher or headmaster, whoever it is. He's got these teenage school kids at this castle, and they're all drawing. And he's going around correcting them and stuff. And then one of them looks up and points, and you see Eddie in the clouds. And then this lad's being drawn, and he's drawing the Eddie in the cloud. And he just loses it with him because he doesn't see it. And he grabs this magazine off the lad, and there's Eddie on the magazine, and he falls down this hole, and he's walking along a cave. It's just a really good video. Unfortunately, though, you do see a massive spider in it crawling across this telly screen, and it looks real. And you also see the very first, for the first time, a little animated clip of the Eddie from Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, the album that this is off. He opens a fridge, and there's Eddie, and he just pulls this baby in the sack out of his, like, from under his rib cage, and I was like, because at the time we'd never had any animated Eddie. It was one of the first I remembered. So yeah, and also I went to Donington this year as well when they headlined Monsters of Rock for the first time. So it's got so many memories for me, this song and this video. So yeah, it's a really good song. It's a bit overplayed, but it's such a cracking video, and it is my third favourite, probably, of all. Cauliflower Madness. Number 2. When I bought this single, I wasn't expecting much because Paul Di'Anno was out, Bruce Dickinson was in, and I couldn't stand him in Samson. I don't know what it was, I just didn't like him. No particular reason, didn't have a bad voice or anything. And then this come out, and I saw the video on Top of the Pops for this one. This is Run to the Hills. This song blew me away when I heard it. I had this on repeat for ages. Without any shadow of a doubt, their most overplayed... No, I tell a lie. It's their second most overplayed song. The first being Fear of the... Fucking... Dark. But this was groundbreaking. It was heavy. It was fast. Heavier and faster than anything they'd done before for me. Apart from the live version of Phantom of the Opera. But yeah, it was just them on stage with intercut with little black and white comedy cowboy clips, cowboy and Indian clips. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm on about. When I saw this on Top of the Pops, it didn't have the black and white film bits in. There is somewhere, don't know where, but somewhere there is a version of just the band on stage without the black and white film clips. And the same goes for The Trooper. The Trooper has got black and white clips in, but there is a version out there somewhere without them in. I wish I had them both, because you can't get them. But I must admit, I do like this as well, because it's just funny. It's just really good to see. And this one's from 1982, from the Number of the Beast album. This was the first single they did with Bruce Dickinson, and I think this was their first top 10 single, if I remember rightly. It went straight in the charts the week after release. It went straight in at number 7, and it was their highest charting single at that time to date. It's, again, this was on the Video Pieces EP, and this was the first video on it as well, but I did see it on Top of the Pops. At the time, though, there was no Sky, cable, nothing like that. You saw Top of the Pops, and that was it. This is before MTV over here. And you couldn't even, like, it wasn't even cable where you'd vote in for the videos. There was nothing like that. You just relied on the telly. So when you had this, you could watch it whenever you wanted. I wore it out. My dad actually liked this. I played it that much. My dad used to actually start and sing along to Run to the Hills. Run to the Hills, he'd be sat there going, dee, 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 and I used to piss myself laughing at him, bless him. I don't think there was a song on the EP that he disliked. There was Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, The Trooper, and Flight of Icarus. I think the Flight of Icarus was probably his least favourite one, but he didn't mind it, which shocked me. Very much so. So, yeah, a lot of fond memories with this. My number 2 favourite Iron Maiden video of all time, Run to the Hills. And at number 1, my favourite one, which I didn't think I was going to put it first, until I listed them all down and I thought, nah, it definitely is. It's also my favourite album, my favourite song of all time. It's The Number of the Beast. When I saw the video to this, wow. Amazing. You know, that beginning talky bit, which isn't Vincent Price, which people used to think it was. It's not. You can find the name of the guy, passed away, and it's like a few years back, sorry. And then when he kicks in, like, I remember going and buying the single without hearing it. I finished school on a Friday night, got home, got my bus fare, went to the town, bought The Number of the Beast, and then he went to me, would you like a red one? I was like, there's a red vinyl one? I had no idea. Oh my God. It was on repeat. I absolutely loved it. And it became my favourite song of all time, 1982. And it's pretty much stayed there, really. The video itself, it's got clips of all black and white horror films in. Tick. It's got the band on stage. Tick. It was filmed at Newcastle City Hall. Tick. It's got the first big walk-on Eddie. Tick. And it's got people dressed up on the back as the devil from the Iron Maiden album cover, Number of the Beast. Tick. Ticks everything. And you can see it's if you've been to Newcastle City Hall, if you're from up this neck of the woods, you'll know when you look. When you get side views and you see the balcony, you can tell it is it. I think what they did is when they were on the Beast on the Road tour, I think they filmed it. The 1 or 2 of the days that they were playing there. Because when Maiden played Newcastle, with it only being like a sort of a smallish venue, they'd sell out 2-3 nights. So they filmed a video for The Number of the Beast while they were there. A Stranger in a Strange Land, which I mentioned earlier, that one was filmed at Sheffield. And I used to think, you know, it's so good to know that not everything is filmed in either London or in other countries. So fair play to them for that. The only downside to this one is I did, at the time, I suppose, I would have had the chance to go and see them on that tour. But because I was young and daft, I thought, oh, they're going to be too loud, it's going to hurt me, and I wouldn't go. I turned down the chance to go and see them on the Killers tour, and the Number of the Beast tour, and the Peace of Mind tour. What an idiot. What an idiot. Can't get it back, though, never mind. So, yeah, this is just an absolutely amazing song, amazing video, and it's my favourite song, an Iron Maiden video of all time from 1982. The promo clip for The Number of the Beast. So there you go. That's my top 10. I'm going to leave links below in the description for every single one of them, so you can go and watch them if you haven't seen them. If you have seen them, let me know what you think. If you're a Maiden fan and you're watching this, what's your top 10 favourite Maiden videos? A couple of honourable mentions. The Trooper. The Trooper got there, and then I had to, because of the video, I had to replace it with something. So the Trooper went, and the Writing on the Wall came in. But the Writing on the Wall's quite high up for the video anyway. But I mean, I love the Trooper, the song. But the video is just another on-stage thing, with bits of the Child of the Light Brigade film thrown in for good measure. The Reincarnation of Benjamin Brieg, again, it's quite a long one. That's the full-length song. But they're recording in the studio. It is a good video, but it's like nothing particularly of great sort of memory for me or anything like that, like the others. Very nostalgic, or the videos blew me away or whatever like that. So yeah, there's a couple of honourable mentions there. And I do hope you like that one. Something a little bit different. Like I said, I will leave the links below to all 10 of the videos. Give them a watch, see what you think. Even if you don't like Maiden, turn the volume down if you think they're crap. Just have a watch of the videos. If you're brave, leave the volume up and have a listen. You'll see what makes me tick. Thank you very much for watching, all 2 of you. I really do appreciate it. If you've subscribed, thank you so much. It means a hell of a lot to me. I am feeling a little bit better today. I'm still a little bit dizzy, but the chest is sounding a bit better. And I haven't been coughing as much. It's taking its time, but slowly but surely getting there, I think. Yeah, so I will see you very soon on the next video. And until then, you all take care of yourselves. See you soon. Ta-ta.